So I think I'm at the epitome of what this trip is all about. I'm in a watermelon field on black-owned land. With the watermelon couch in the background. That's the farmer right there, walking through his patch trying to find out the good watermelon. It's hot in a good way. Can't make this up, but you can. But you can. You know, taking the analogy of agriculture, the watermelon couch is really just sprouted from the seed of an idea to actually making the couch was in its infancy, to taking it on the road last year was just the first phase. And so as I got through half of the southern states, the goal for this summer is to go through the rest of the South. Start my journey in Florida, go up through Georgia, then hit the coast through South and North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, DC, DMV area, Pennsylvania, all the way up to New York. And so by being able to take that trek, it's also the Great Migration route that I get to relive as well with the couch. Continuing the work of this couch will give a full picture of retracing the steps in the South, but also just growing the work, right, and capturing more magic. By far, with over the 20 plus interviews that I've done, don't even scrape the surface of all that's out there. And so in doing this journey and in capturing more stories, the goal is just to continue to inspire and to educate and motivate the energy that's around agriculture, the energy that's around land stewardship and community and creativity. And that's really what the main goal for this summer is. It's just to continue building upon the seeds that were planted last year. Out of my 30-day journey, no interview was the same. No circumstance for the interviews have been the same. So it's been like unique experiences the whole way. Sitting in the middle of a date farm orchard with all of these date palm trees in Southern California on the couch. I've never even seen a date tree. Barely knew that dates grew on trees. And here I am, like in this oasis in the desert, right? Hearing about the journey and the work of Sam Cobb. And this was on like my third day. So that was amazing. There was this lady who I just met on the phone. Her name was Miss Marjorie. She's in Louisiana. And I'm just following her in a truck by the time I get to Louisiana. Never even met her before, but I'm following a stranger and I hear this amazing story sitting on the bayou. There's way too much, like the Fruit King, Manny King with Fruit Orleans, how he stopped selling illegal products and started selling fruit to open his whole franchise. You know, it was crazy inspiring. Rolling around in Mississippi with Mr. Burkett, whose video went viral of him talking about seeded versus seedless watermelon. And then hearing about the Jubilee Singers from Utica, Mississippi, but also pulling into Fisk University and hearing about the Jubilee Singers of Fisk and hearing all of these connections and all of these themes that were just interconnected, you know, but also pulling over on the side of the road in Mississippi and seeing a watermelon seller who's selling watermelon in front of a Klan member's tombstone. Like, These stories are hilarious and amazing and non-scripted, but it's real. This is just everyday life. These interviews serve as these legacy markers, right, for these people throughout the nation who have these amazing stories and who have this magic.
Oh, this used to be a laundromat, and it used to be a hamburger stand. And, while I was working for the state, I mean, I came in and completely remodeled, rewired the whole building, and came in, poured cement, dropped that in.
Yeah.
It was little by little, you know what I mean? Just little stuff.
So this has always been in the works.
Oh, yeah, but unfortunately, in 21, when a woman drove her car through the whole building and took out this whole wall. That's why you see that new brick. That's why it doesn't look like that. And she knocked out a piece of that wall and a piece of the other wall just completely.
Did she survive?
Huh?
Did she survive?
No, she died.
Damn.
She was on fire. She caught on fire. And yeah, it was crazy, man. And and I had just finished painting and doing a bunch of things inside of there. And actually was in escrow to, take a little money out to do some things, and then
a flaming car.
Mother's Day.
A flaming car on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Something was meant to be.
The initial motivation for creating this couch was to grow my art practice into sculpture. And so once I was able to take that step and spend my last amount of funding on creating this couch, a light bulb went off where it was like, whoa, this couch is meant to tell stories. It's meant to capture stories.
Everyone here that comes to our program has planted a seed. Every single one, except those that just came today. So before you leave today, you are going to plant a seed. It's very important that we all realize that that's where life starts, with the seed, okay? It's God's plan. It's the way that he wanted it to be done. Somebody said, why didn't he just give us all the mature fruit and vegetables and all that? We don't have to plant seeds. He knows that. What do we learn? One of the things you learn, when you have to wait, what is that called?
Patience.
Patience. He knows that patience, seeds have to be patient. We have to put them under the ground, let them actually die, but they have to have water and all that. That seed could say, I want to be a tomato right now, tomorrow.
Not gonna happen. Won't happen.
Won't happen. It has to have the patience and the time. Somebody said the sun and the water and the air. And guess who else needs sun and water and air?
And patience.
Us.
And patience. Because you're gonna grow and become something great.
Yes.
Someone great.
Yes, you will. Some of you, we already see the greatness in you. We already see it.
Last year's travels ended up working out perfectly, where I was on the road for 30 days. And over those 30 days, starting from California, I drove through 8 states and did over like 25 interviews, right? And with that was just myself, my uncle's truck that he let me borrow, and my camera and my phone. And with that being the case, I just spoke to as many people as possible. I kept trying to tell y'all that I was gonna find somebody on the street selling watermelon, and I was gonna pull up on them.
I draw my own sign. I put them out. I draw my own watermelon sign, can't have a sign. I sell a lot of them. So you an artist? I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Guess what? In my own ways, I'm my own artist, but every time I drop my sign, guess what? They say that new artist. Oh, but every time I make my signs, I tell they buy them. Okay, I got this white guy now. They got this white guy now, Brett. I always drawing about 26 signs. He taking the technique side, you heard? Sure. The officer, don't take for that. It's nice water about the cow, there. Hey, come buy a watermelon. Yeah, it's your water, tell us. The ride. Yep.
My brother died from Roundup, and we're in a lawsuit on that. And I don't want to go and use Roundup knowing that that stuff will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear about that on the radios a lot.
And see, like, you know, like these plants here, I can come back and farm with the tractor if I want to like to take care. But I'm not spraying no Roundup. See, I quit farming big time. I used to farm, would plant soybeans, corn, all that stuff. But all that stuff Roundup ready. So when you plant it, you don't cultivate it, you spray it with Roundup. It kills the grass, but it don't hurt the crop. So that's telling me that stuff got to be enclosed in that crop at the end result.
Oh, that's what you mean by Roundup ready.
Right, that's what they call Roundup ready.
Like it already got Roundup in it.
Right. The seed companies, I know you don't know this, the seed companies now is owned by the chemical companies. And the chemical companies have I don't know what you call them folks that works in them.
Lobbyists or scientists and lobbyists.
Scientists, they know how to alter those seeds to make them Roundup ready.
Black people, we need to know. We need to know, and they need to know that this is not a step back. Farming is not taking a step back to slavery. We need to get out of that mind frame. We need to start growing our food again, because that's essentially growing our own food is way better than the food going to the store and buying the food that their big ag is growing for us. Because that's what's killing us now. Not working in the fields, 12 hours a day until we die. That's not killing us. What's killing us are the chemicals that they're putting in our foods that we are forced to buy at the store, because nobody's taught us about a small little plot of land in front of your house that you could grow your own carrots and whatever on, Just start small, grow something small. It'll give you joy, it'll give you pride when you see a seed come up out of the ground into a fruit, onto your plate, into your mouth. Yeah. That's a whole process that gives you pride and joy. And I definitely want all of us to experience that.
It's really about where we place your emphasis. Like how I talk about in the Bible, like wherever your heart is, there you gonna be your treasure. It's like whatever you put your life emphasis to, that's what you're gonna get back. So like I really associate a lot of farming with really like with spirituality. Like I grew up as a Christian, but really a lot of other religions too. Like they talk about, like how we reap what we sow or whatnot, or like building your house on sand. It's like a lot of really, like America, just our people, we are building our house on sand because we think money gonna last, or we think, the fast life or whatever stuff that's not gonna be real, but really the farming and the agriculture, because this gonna last, this will last whether we here or not.
I believe that because I've interviewed such a vast amount of people with different experiences, that I'm literally just building this library of different resources, right? Whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's actual agriculture and farming, or anything else that falls into the lines of just like cultural narratives. There's something for everyone.